If you've ever wondered what goes into making a wine, how do you come up with the blend in some of our most favorite wines? When you come to this beautiful winery on Highway 29 in Napa, you can actually partake in a wine blending exercise. And I'm with the head winemaker here, General Manager Janet. She's going to show us how you do this, because we have to say thank you because we're big fans of your wine. You go through this process on a daily basis all the time until you decide this is what I want in my bottle.
That's right. Well, listen, it's great to have you here, Tanji. So excited to have a visitor and a big fan of Magnificat. And yes, this is kind of what we live for. This is what winemakers do. And this is a fantastic exercise to let our visitors know, what does that process involve? So it breaks it down to the kind of level of each variety. We're going to take you through every single variety. We've got all 5 Bordeaux varietals in the exercise. Cabernet Sauvignon, which is usually the backbone.
Right.
Merlot, which is a great complement to Cabernet. Supple, rich, textural. We've got Cabernet Franc, which we call kind of the spice rack. It's a very Bordeaux-like. You get notes of peppercorn and sage and anise, these little nuances that really say Bordeaux. Over here we've got Malbec. Now Malbec I call stuffing for a wine because it's not a lot of tannin, but it's terrific deep color and great texture. Just wonderful, adds really nice mouthfeel. And then Petite Verdoux, which is a very structural component. I say it makes a wine stand up straight, gives it nice backbone. So what we do in the exercise is we go through each one, talk about, everyone takes notes, what they're seeing, we discuss the attributes, and then we make a blend. Everybody makes their own blend. So
for instance, let's just take the Magnificat we have here, which I believe is the
2008. Yep, you got it. Yeah.
So what went into your mind in looking at the different varietals we have here, and we have our little pipette, which you would get when you come to the classes here.
And don't be intimidated by this. I mean, it looks like high school chemistry, but really no, it's not that bad. And I'll show you how to use it. So the 08 vintage, when you think about the vintage, well, 08 was a dry year. It was a beautiful harvest and just very balanced and dark fruit, great texture. So in 08, in the actual blend, it was 69% cab. Now that's a pretty typical amount of cab that we would use. In a year, say, that was very, very structural and the cab is presenting very muscular, we might use more Merlot, right? So that might happen, yeah. But in 08, it was just a very kind of textbook Cabernet year. It's 69 cab. Then this bottle actually has 23% Merlot. Merlot is a terrific complement to cab, and some people think it's the little brother to cab. Not always. We have Merlots that are actually have as big a body as cab does. And so depending on the year, you'll blend that in to get a nice duet going.
Gotcha.
Right?
Take us through. Show us what kind of goes into your mind, how you would do one.
So you start with a pipette. You'll remember this from high school chemistry. And you basically are just dipping it in the wine and drawing some up like a straw. And then I'm going to decide how much I want and put it into my blend.
So that you would start with your cab because you know that's your base.
Cab is the base. Now, I say in this exercise, you actually have more freedom than I do. You could make an 80% Malbec if you wanted. Yeah. Now, I can't do that because I don't have that much Malbec. But as an exercise, you could do that. And some people do. There's no rules and there's no wrong answers. Let's say I want my blend to be 20% cab, then I'd have 10 milliliters that goes in the glass. So if I want it to be, say, 60% cab, I'm going to put in 30 milliliters in the glass. Okay. So let's just not get too crazy with our exactness.
I wasn't good in math.
Let's call that, I'm telling you that's 30 mils. Let's just say, for example. So you just put that part into the blend, and then you move on. And then you say, well, how much Merlot do I want? You do the little math, and you put your Merlot in the blend. And you go over here and you say, oh, I want 5% Malbec. You know, you put your 2.5 mils in the glass, and so on. So basically, you're making the blend in the glass, and then you get to try it.
And you have a whole new appreciation once you do this of really what goes into the winemaking.
Absolutely, and I have to say, more often than not, people are like, oh, I hate my blend, this is so hard, and I just say, well, job security.
Thank you for all you do. We love your wines.
Thank you so much.